A bunch of high-ranking people in Trump's administration have kept promising to release the files surrounding Jeffrey Epstein, but now suddenly Donald Trump seems desperate to stop us from knowing who Jeffrey Epstein's clients were. In fact, yesterday, he said he was surprised anyone even cares about the guy.
I don't understand it. Why they would be so interested. He's dead for a long time. He was never a big factor in terms of life. It's pretty boring stuff.
Yes. No, he's right. The Epstein saga is a total snooze fest. I mean, the most powerful man in the world is blocking information about a cabal of the rich, the famous, and the royal, befriending a con man who regularly flies off in his private plane to his private island to do super illegal sex stuff. Then the con man is arrested. People are afraid he's going to name names, but before he can, he mysteriously dies right after being taken off a suicide watch in a federal prison during the administration of the guy who is blocking the release of the information. Boring. But if for some reason you're still interested in finding out who's on Epstein's list, don't be.
I would say that, these files were made up by Comey. They were made up by Obama. They were made up by the Biden information,
By this morning, Trump had had enough of this nonsense. He drew a line in the sand for his supporters, posting in part, "The radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt again. Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. And my past supporters have bought into this bull hook, line, and sinker. I don't want their support anymore. Thank you for your attention to this matter." You can't build a brand on conspiracy theories and then get mad when people are interested in your conspiracy theories. To quell the onslaught of demands for more of this information, the FBI released a video of the outside of Epstein's prison cell. But instead of quashing the conspiracy theories, it just created more because the FBI admitted the video has a missing minute, which is concerning, okay? But to kill a guy, you'd need like 3 times that. By the way, last night, an analysis by Wired revealed that the video actually had nearly 3 minutes cut out. Despite the administration claiming it was raw footage, Wired found that the video had been stitched together in Adobe Premiere Pro from 2 video files. Trump took a break from telling us how we shouldn't care about his mysterious dead pedophile buddy and paid a visit to Pennsylvania instead. He was there to celebrate new investments in AI energy projects, but things went off the rails pretty darn quick.
When I first heard about AI, it's not my thing, although my uncle was at MIT, one of the great professors, 51 years, whatever. He was the longest serving professor in the history of MIT, 3 degrees in nuclear, chemical, and math. That's a smart man.
Trump's uncle was an MIT professor, but he was not the longest serving ever, and his PhD was actually in electrical engineering. Then, for funsies, I guess, he told everybody that his uncle taught the Unabomber.
Kaczynski was one of his students. Do you know who Kaczynski was? There's very little difference between a madman and a genius. But Kaczynski, I said, what kind of a student was he, Uncle John, Dr. John Trump? He said, what kind of a student? And then he said, seriously good. He said he'd go around correcting everybody.
Now, I'm no Ted Kaczynski, but let me correct you right there. None of that is true either. Kaczynski did not go to MIT. He went to Harvard. Yes, but sometimes old Ted would take the crosstown bus over to MIT. Then he would go around correcting people. He'd say, I actually didn't go to school here, You don't actually know me. I'm a figment of the imagination of your dumbest nephew. Even more insane, Kaczynski wasn't ID'd as the Unabomber until 1996, but Trump's uncle died in 1985. So why on earth would Trump have asked his uncle about him? Hey, Uncle John, Uncle Professor, Dr. John Trump, Professor, Sir Uncle, that random guy who isn't famous at all and lives in the woods and machines his own screws? What was it like when you didn't teach him?